So to start a setting, you're gonna make sure you're at the net and your shoulders are open to the whole court, okay? So there's not guaranteed that a pass is gonna go right to you or in front of you every time. So you're gonna wanna start with your shoulders and back to the net so you are able to go forward or backwards at any point, okay? So now your hands, you're gonna be in a rested position. So like I said, the pass isn't always gonna be going straight to you. So to go to the ball, you can run and your hands aren't together. Just like when you're passing, you're not gonna run with your platform out, okay? So your hands are gonna be rested. And then when you come up to set, you're gonna have like antlers. You want your thumbs back. You want basically all of your hand touching the ball, okay? So you're gonna want a well-rounded hand. And then, like you probably heard, the 2-liter, okay? You're gonna gulp a 2-liter. That's what you're gonna do basically with setting, okay? So you're gonna have your thumbs back and everything. Okay, so feed it to the ball. You're gonna double check your hands, make sure they're rounded. You're gonna wanna make sure you have a triangle with your index finger and your thumbs, making sure you have all your hands on the ball. So after you kind of double check your hands and everything, you're also gonna wanna focus on your shoulders and your hips, okay? So no matter where the ball is on the court, whether it's perfect, it's going, you're gonna wanna square up and have your hips and shoulders facing the outside pole. Okay, so if it's perfect, if I'm off here, squared up, outside pole. If I'm up here, squared up to the outside pole, okay? So with that, your feet have to get to the ball fast, okay? So before you set, you want to have a left-right step. So if the ball was out towards the 10-foot line, gonna run, take my left step as a planting step and my right step as a directional step to get squared up to the outside pin, okay? So if you'll toss the ball kind of in front of me. So you're gonna get to the ball, left, right, squared up, hands fine, push. Get to the ball, left, right, push. To double check your setting is watching the way you finish, okay? So you always want to finish with your hands flat and up high, but not too high because that means the ball's going straight up. But not too low because that means the set is too low, okay? So this is, watching your finish and freezing your finish is a good way to double check your setting location, okay? So like I was telling them earlier, if your hands are out here, if you're squared up to the net, it's probably gonna be too tight or even over the net. If your hands are squared over here to the left side of your body, it's probably gonna be too off, okay? Hands finishing here is probably gonna be inside and high. Right here is probably gonna be low. And another way, get your feet to the ball, right foot in front, squared up, and then freeze, and flat, good positioning to check where your setting location is.
And always contacting in the same spot.
Yeah. So left, right, push. Left, right, contacting the ball, the same spot every time. Right above your forehead, checking everything, push. So adding a set, you can kind of go into things a little bit, checking your location, left, right. So left, right, checking everything. Could wait a little bit for me to get back to you. So also, as a setter, you need to be very open to constructive criticism, okay? So if you're in a drill where you have a target or a hitter and they're saying too far inside, too far outside, okay? A way to check that is check your finish and correct your finish, and then just take that as like a opportunity to learn, okay, and to get better from that. Because hitters are gonna want different things. Not every hitter's the same. Just like not every setter's the same, not every passer's the same. Okay, so you have to be open to constructive criticism like that. Our goal as a setter is to set our hitters up for success. So that means like a one-on-one block, not having two blockers. So that's another reason why it's so important to keep such a neutral position while setting, and your hand contact the same every time and squaring up every time. Because if I have my hands already back here, the other team is gonna know, oh, she's backsided, okay? Or if my hands are right here, pretty low, in front, it's gonna be hard for anyone to take that and back set it. So the other team's already gonna know, oh, she's going outside, okay? And that also goes into squaring up. If my hips are like this, where am I probably gonna set? Back, okay? And the other team's gonna be able to read that, okay? So if you're neutral every time and the same every time with your hips, shoulders, contact point, then it's gonna be a lot harder for the other team to read where you're setting. Your feet a little bit more, it is really important. Like I started off, you're not gonna have every pass be perfect right to you. So as a setter, you're gonna be moving around a lot. And it is really important that you get your feet to the ball first. So one thing I like to say is beat it, don't meet it. Okay, so you wanna beat the ball to wherever it is, get squared up. Okay, so you have time to get your feet set, your hands set, all that. Okay, and unless like you're meeting it, then you're rushed and then you're gonna contact it different every time. Okay, and that's not what we want.